Hi friends, this is Priti and you are watching the weekly advice. It's not actually weekly advice, it's angel advice that we can say it. And you might have noticed that the weekly tarot readings have changed, and I have decided to put angel advice, that is like, it can be used, the videos that can be utilized for like any period of time, like, for current life, for future questions. Like it's like more of a stretchable and more of a more on the usability and quality types rather than just giving weekly predictions. So I just began this since last week. Yes, last week, as you might have noticed, the angel advice for life purpose. Let's get started with this week's angel advice. Not this week's angel advice, but yes, I am giving it out this week, so it might be helpful to you. So this week's topic is what to do, or how to find a soulmate for yourself. And I have already pulled out angel cards for that, and the angel cards, it says, I'll just begin saying card by card. So, and each and every piece of advice is like a true gem. It's like a truly followable advice, and it's like truly a quality advice that you would like to follow. So obviously it's going to work for you, it's going to work for anybody who watches this video, and it's just how to find your soulmate sort of video. So steps involved in that: the first is your prayers, affirmations and visualizations help bring you together. So first of all, if you are single, obviously you need to know where you have to begin from. And the first thing the angels say is that you have to start praying for it. You have to start affirming yourself for a partner. You have to start be ready to receive that. You have to start being ready to receive people in your life, new people in your life, the kind of people you want in your life. Because when you start receiving people, you start accepting people that are coming your way, it's then that you're going to be able to find a life partner amongst them. So that is how you can find your soulmate. The first step for finding a soulmate, that it is, and it says pray, affirm and visualize. Also, yes, visualization is also very important. I usually advise that for people for whom the visualization works, do try visualization, and for people whom affirmations work, try affirmations. If both work, I guess you should do both. And also the praying obviously works for every one of us. So first step is visualizations, affirmation and prayers. The next step is that it's the Four of Cups card. Like it says that anybody who is single, they sometimes they try to they just try to separate themselves from the crowd. They just try to be aloof, they just try to be alone. Due to some past experiences, they try to avoid getting new people in their lives. They just try to stop all the good energy, they just try to stop the love and affection energy to enter into their life. So the second piece of advice is that you have to stop doing that. You have to begin accepting people. You have to begin accepting the love and affection that you get from people other outside you, from your family, from your neighbors, from your friends, from strangers. Obviously you don't have to accept any obsessed kind of love that comes from stranger. Obviously that might be insane, but yes, when you are accepting love, you are accepting love and affection means if somebody shows caring towards you, if somebody shows affection towards you by helping you, if somebody lends you a helping hand, if somebody gives you some good piece of advice, if somebody wants to give you a gift, like when you feel that it's sort of acceptable, then obviously you should accept it, as you are just opening yourself to love that you are trying to stop till now. That is the second piece of advice. Seek out possibilities, look for the magic in life. Yes, that's the beautiful thing, that because you have to look out for the magic in life. When you look out for the magic in life, it's only then that you're going to be able to see magic. Otherwise, there are a lot of people who say that there are no miracles, there is no magic. That's just because that they don't believe it. And once you start believing it, once you start expecting, oh wow, something good is going to happen to me right now, today or tomorrow, and whatever you just think about it, and you're just going to be attracting that sort of a magic into your life. That was the second thing that you should be doing if you want to find a life partner. Soulmate, I guess both are the same. Soulmate is more, I guess, based on past lives, like somebody who has been with you in your past life, whom not just from your present life, but also somebody whom you are carrying since your past birth. And yes, I have heard that people say that soulmate relationship should not be considered. It should not be you should not you should not get married to a soulmate. That's a different thing. Like you have to just watch out what are the qualities in the relationship. Like if the relationship is good, if it's giving you if it's giving you what you deserve, what you truly deserve, then that soulmate relationship is very good. Because not all soulmate relationships are bad. Yes, there are some soulmates who just get into each other to teach each other lessons. So you just have to check how you feel when you are with that person. And obviously there are some soulmate relationships that are very, very good and very, very warm and affectionate, because soulmates, they know you from the in and out. They don't you don't need to know this person. You don't need time to recognize this person, as you have known this person since the past lifetimes. And obviously yes, it does turn out to be a good relationship. Then the advice number 3 for a soulmate relationship is honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So now when you try to open yourself up, when you just pray, affirm, you start, and then you just be ready to receive what you are asking from the divine. And the second card, which says that you have to ready to be accepting love energy, affection energy, that's coming from the outside world. Obviously that's the step 2. And now what happens when you start receiving all that? Obviously you will come across a person whom you feel that this might be the answer to my prayers, to my affirmations, to my visualization, to my acceptance of wanting a partner. So the next thing might happen is that you might come across some people whom you might feel that, oh yes, that these people might be the probably the answers to your prayers. Then the next step comes is that you have to have heart-to-heart conversations. Sometimes in love, in love relationships, people usually expect that the other person understands something without talking, without communicating, like reading minds, or getting to know each other without even talking, having a connected soul-to-soul connection. Yes, that does sound very good, and it does happen also in most of the relationships of with a life partner. But there is a limitation to that. Because you are in the physical world, you have to communicate with each other through the physical way. And so just try to communicate out whatever your expectations are from the relationship, what you are as a person, what are your strengths. Also try to know the same thing from your partner, and that's a very good thing. Also do try to share your dreams about your future plannings, whatever, etc., what you would like to do in your life, and just try to know whether that person has I cannot say that the person should have the same dreams, because there are life partners who have the same dreams and their relationship goes out very well, because both of them are doing the same thing. And at the same time, there are relationships where both the people are from totally different opposing fields. Both the people are they might not be even a little bit of similarity in their thoughts. They are totally opposite beings, and for them we do say that like opposites attract and blah blah whatever, that sort of thing. So it's not a hard and fast rule that whatever relationships you have, the person should be exactly like what you think. Yes, obviously the person who is going to fit with you is going to be, the relationship is going to be this way, but you actually cannot know, you actually cannot figure out very clearly what should it be, how should it be. So just try to communicate about this, what your expectations are, blah blah. And that yes, that sign from the above is there. That's many people do say that, bear with that noise. So many people do say that there is there is like bells jingling in the heart. That was a sign that I felt that this person is the right person. While I was talking, I just felt butterflies in my stomach. I felt this, I felt that. I just felt a divine some sign come through, that with because of which I felt that this person is the right person for me. So just look out for that sign. Just try to have a conversation with people. There are certain times that a lot of thoughts match, the personalities match, all your needs and desires for your life partner, for your soulmate, they all match. But yet that special connection which you feel like jingling of bells, or that heartbeats, the heart is screaming out to you that, oh, this is the perfect person. Sometimes that is missing. And sometimes when nothing matches, thoughts don't match, personalities don't match, needs and desires don't match, and yet you feel that that inner pull, that inner affection, that instant bonding from heart to heart communication has happened. So just also look out for that. And also be aware about this, be open about, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Yes, feelings do matter. Sometimes people just I would say that don't consider these extremes, like considering too much of 100% matching your desires and needs, and considering going too much on this path that the heart to heart is matching, communication is matching, and everything else is not matching. So just I would say that follow the path in middle, because everything is required. Needs and desires to be matched also is required. Heart to heart communication is also required. And yes, so that is how I feel. You can obviously alter this rule of according to you, and you just have to be responsible for whatever whatever step you take. Obviously do follow your intuition, do follow the signs that you might be getting, those are the best guidance that we can get. And also then there is another step 4. It's a beautiful thing, and it's a beautiful step that we need to follow. This step is needed not just in finding relationships, but it's also helpful in every other area of our lives. Obviously we all know it, and I'm still going to say it because it has come up in the cards. And it says life is wonderful, thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. So see, whatever you are doing, everything, all these 3 steps you have to do. Plus, along with everything, you have to have a positive mindset that you will be able to find a life partner. Sometimes some people, they don't have that confidence that they might be able to find a person who might love them, or they might be able to find a person that who has find a relationship where there is that magical feeling of that this is a heavenly made pair, like that. Some people do have that. So if you have that, just forget it. Just be positive in your mind. Believe that something magical is going to happen in life, because you believe, because you think positively. It is surely going to come into your life. So, and then last and a very important thing is that this card, okay, here it's visible. So it says that love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So this step is the most important step in the entire of your journey, not just in finding your partner, but also along when you get married, when you get into a relationship with that person. To make that relationship thrive, to make that relationship work the one most important step is loving yourself first. You cannot fall in love so that because you feel that because you feel that nobody is loving you, you must find some person who shows some love towards you so that you feel good. That is all wrong. You first have to begin loving yourself. If you love yourself, you are going to find a person who is going to love you as much as you love. If you love yourself this much, you're going to find people who just love you this much. So just start loving yourself. Obviously there is also self-respect. Your self-respect makes you romantically attractive. So try to find a relationship where the person is also respecting you, is not crossing any limits of your self-respect. Having self-respect is very important. And because if there is no self-respect either for you or you're doing it for others, then I don't think that relationship would last long, or it might be a thriving one. You have to have self-respect. Both of you have to respect each other. Both of you have to respect each other as individuals first. Respect also comes first. And and I guess if you love each other well, then that being careful about respecting each other is, I don't think that would be, you would need to consider that. So that is how this week's I mean the angel advice for finding a soulmate goes. So I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, so thank you for watching. Love you. Bye bye. Yes, still there is orange on my hands and my ring saying you bye bye. Bye bye. Love you.